Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some Path of Exile and welcome back for the guided Hieropanth. In today's video we are covering Act 3 and oh boy, a lot has happened in Act 3. I think that I should mention that I spent a little bit more time here, but I did get massive upgrades. So let's maybe get started with the big one. When it comes to the skill tree, I did unlock my ascension, so now I am a Hieropanth, and the bonuses here are just massive mana regeneration and totem placement speed, 20% faster totem placement, but then also with Pursuit of Faith 100% increased totem duration. That's actually really strong. +1 to maximum number of summon totems. That's insane. 6% increased damage per enemy killed by you or your totem recently. Again, another massive buff, and then 10% increased attack and cast speeds while you have a totem. Really incredible. And then of course we want to get towards Ritual Awakening, which is gonna be pretty cool. I'm not sure how to unlock that, so if you actually have tips for that in the comments, feel free to put them there, because it's my very first time that I unlocked Ascension, and it basically does explain, I think in large part, why I often get stuck with my characters. If you don't have this, it's just massive. When it comes to the rest of the skill points, I am following the guide as much as possible. Over here we do have Ancestral Bond, and then here, I'm not sure that is something, so the guide is on a previous build, and so I'm trying to follow it as closely as possible, but that of course means you can't deal damage with skills yourself. So I wonder if what exactly that means. I don't think it means everything. So here we have strength. The reason I'm going down here is of course for more life nodes, and then up here I also took mind over matter with extra mana, but that has basically been negated by some of the other stuff that I've been doing. So I've again been trying to follow up on the build, and let me see if I can find my stuff here. So you can see that we have been filling up with lots of blue gems. We also have some more support gems. The main part is here we get a nice 4-link for Spell Totem, Magma Orb, Combustion support and Controlled Destruction support, so that does help a lot with the damage there. Over here we have the Armageddon brand. I'm trying to use that instead of the 4th totem, which is down here. I could switch that out if it turns out it doesn't do any damage, but I think it could be very interesting with, let's see, what is it here? Yeah, just it felt really strong. I only use it in like one area just to see what it looks like and what it does. We've got Clarity running, but I think the most important one is here. Blasphemy supports curse skills, turning them into auras, and I put both Enfeeble and Flammability in here, which does mean that I use up all of my mana. And here of course we have now Leap Slam with a Fortify. Here we've got Ice Spear. I grabbed faster casting. It doesn't do any damage, but basically you want that for the buff that gives you 40% more elemental damage, and then it's got combustion support. I just put that in there, waiting for eventually we have to get Scorching Ray in there as well, and just have a support gem that can that allows me to cast Ice Spear with Scorching Ray. So you'll see it's a lot more powerful. We've got a lot of totems to place, and it's definitely a lot of fun at this point. And we have to ascend the Scepter of God. Is there anything else that I still needed to do on this one? Yeah, basically what I'm hunting for now, I think it's gonna take a while, would of course be a 5 links in my chest, so that I can upgrade the Spell Totem one, and then some 4 links so that I can actually get the rest of the stuff up and running better as well. So let's get up here. I think it's right here, the Scepter of God, and then of course we have to try to kill Dominus. Everything is up and running, yes, and you can see that I don't have a lot of mana. But we can still place down these totems because my mana comes back almost instantly, and that's the effect now of three of these totems. That is pretty good. Well, let's keep plonking them down. Oh, that's the first time I'm really running in against that spending up my mana. Must be because I leveled up or something. So you gotta take a little bit more time. And something else that I need to test obviously is to see if we can use the brand. Does that do any damage? It doesn't do any damage. I see. That's actually bad. Okay. Actually, an important thing to note. that that brand doesn't do any damage, and I think that totems do. So what we're gonna do is of course switch that out. Goodbye Armageddon brand, goodbye fire penetration support, we'll do that, and then we'll put another one later here. But yeah, Searing Bond is better. It at least gives me something that does extra damage as that spell. So it was a good idea. I thought that it looked really good to use the Armageddon brand. I think it can be super powerful, but at the moment, yeah, it doesn't really work out. And of course, what I should actually do is the spear here for elemental, ice spear for elemental overloads. That's not so important. And we apparently have some upgrading to do. It's got 4 sockets there, but I would love to see everything linked before I look at it. There we go. Now we can always leap away, of course. Put the rest of them here. That's a lot. Oh, that's why. Alright. Just gonna keep putting down these an ice spear. Still no elemental overloads. Right, let's keep this up. Get out of here. Put this up. Should be some damage. Yeah, now elemental overload is there, and they are defeated. There you go. So it's mostly put down all your totems and then run away from trouble. So Gravicus.
Death holds no terror for me, Exile.
Let's execute him.
The weak deserve death. I've seen your strength.
Remove him. All right, let's give that a try. We'll take it just because we can check it out. Scroll of Wisdom. We'll take the amulets. Greater mana flask. Well, mana is life, but it's not that useful for me at the moment, of course. I will have to switch that out for the 2 curses. And the rest of it here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this here. Because of the colored gems. There we go. That really nothing too interesting. Let's go like that, like that. And then, of course, just by passing through them, let's show that as well. These guys get cursed. And I can do this. And jump in the middle of them. And blap, there we go. Which way do we need to go? Probably down here. So this feels really, really powerful. And I must say, it's mostly the Ascension, of course, that has helped out for that. And yeah. Look at them, just tossing their little magma orbs everywhere, crushing all of these enemies. Really cool. You can set up a real nice trap as well, like that. And down they go. Up, like that, like that. That does do a lot of noise, I must say. So perhaps what I can do, because I'm seeing it on the recording, sounds, effects volume, I'm gonna try and lower that a little bit as well. And let's hope that that's a little bit better. And keep going, of course. So again, just put them all down. And everything gets wiped out like that. You can add that if you want to. And then if you get in trouble, that's when you have to use the spear as well, so that you can have the elemental overload, which will basically increase all that damage by 40%, which is pretty good, of course. Let's get one ready. Another one ready. Throw some ice spears in there, elemental overload, and just delete them. Very, very nice. And let's see how we perform against Dominus, of course. It's gonna be one of the real tests. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. Let's see what else we've got here. These guys, not too worried. Just basically looking for that cracked part. I think I'm on the right track here. Like that. Alright. looking good. And I must also say, seeing that Ascension, all these perks here, it does start to feel like, yeah, this is definitely a little bit easy mode. It's for, nope, nothing too interesting. Should grab the resources. That might come in handy later on. Because you can just avoid most fights. For this, let's see, let's put these guys down. All around, like that. We'll break that. And we'll try to get the hell out of here. And Blop will take the Essence of Hatred. I'm not even sure how that one works out. Works either. So, yeah, how do I get more Ascension points? That's one question. And then how do these work? These essences here, I have no idea. And I'm basically circling back where I don't need to be. So it's gonna be here to the right, I guess. Let's see if I can find this. But you can tell that my character does feel pretty powerful at this point. And we should be able to get there somehow. And it's not this way. Okay.
My mana is spent.
And that's the one problem. Well, I'm gonna keep trying. Here we get another one of these. So again, just set everything up in a nice trap. You could actually put this one here. Then get out. Elemental Overload is up. And blop, everything is gone. So I think it's gonna be in this direction. Yep, there you go. You've got the stairs. Do I want to keep that? The mana is a problem from time to time. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. And we actually have to go down here. So let's put these up. Yep, again, one of them failed. Like that. Just keep rolling over them. That was all three of them. So I need to find the right cadence basically for the deployment of them so that it works every time. Something like that. Give me Elemental Overload. That's always nice. Ooh, that actually did not work the way I wanted it. Just wrecking them. Very good. Another door here. I'm not paying too much attention to the loot again, but as I've said, I think my next upgrades are either really linked for 4 links or go up to a 5 link in the chests and something like that. Of course, you do want to pick that up. So here we get the machinery again. I think that means we're in the right direction. 1, 2, 3. Down. And that looks like the final gate where the soldiers have died. Indeed, here is the rooftop. Let's see how we perform up here. I'm hoping that the curses can help.
Exile has tested you, my brother.
Try to get Elemental Overload up. And then just try to cycle through these. Maybe add this here. That's definitely feels quite strong. On top of that, if anything comes close to me, they enfeeble. So they become weaker. And now it's Dominus himself. Let's try to get out of his things. Let's maybe... Oh, that doesn't hold for very long. Interesting. But yeah, we already took care of him like that. So we're just gonna keep pouring these down. Maybe grab the armor scrap. I'm guessing that we can replace all of these quickly. There he is in his final form. Gonna get wrecked. Elemental Overload is up. And he's actually trying to go for a lot of these oh my god, that was easy.
By exiling me, you were my genesis, Dominus. And now here I stand, countless miles and murders later, honored to be your revelation.
When up here we do have a 4-linked helmet. Ooh, that actually looks potentially interesting. I would need to upgrade that, but 2 red, 2 blue might be very interesting. And then we can talk to Lady Diala. And then we have to find the exit to Act 4, and there you go. The guided Hieropanth, definitely a massive upgrade here in Act 3, thanks to the Ascension. Not sure, I think I want to do something about these curses. Perhaps what I could, for instance, do, if I go for here, would be with Ice Spear, if that then gets linked to Scorching Ray, to then, well, that would need a 6-link, I think. No, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could try and do something like cast the curse on hit or something like that. That could help, or just have them individually on something else. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that, but this mana pool is actually a lot of HP potentially. And so that is why this is definitely not optimal for the build. But I wanted to have the curses in play, because they are the 2 curses mentioned in the guide. And there we go, guys. That was Act 3. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.